This video explains how three key public officials, the Attorney General, the Minister of Revenue, and the Governor General, have failed in their duties. Their actions have led to unfair laws and harm to people's rights. We'll break down how these failures connect to tax laws, debt collection, and the violation of important rights under the Charter and international agreements. The Attorney General ensures that all laws respect people's rights under the Charter. They failed to stop unfair laws like the Income Tax Act and parts of the Financial Administration Act. For example, Section 23(2) of the Financial Administration Act lets the government choose whether or not to cancel unfair debts. Instead of making it mandatory to cancel them when they're unjust, they left it optional. By not doing their job, the Attorney General allowed unfair laws to stay in place, making it harder for people to protect their rights. The Minister of Revenue oversees tax laws and collects tax debts. The minister enforced rules that violate rights guaranteed by international agreements. For example, the right to be recognized as a person under Article 16 of the ICCPR and the right to control natural wealth and resources under Articles 1.2 and 25 of the ICCPR. They also collected debts created by these unfair laws, adding to the harm. The minister's actions keep unfair laws in place and punish people with debts that should never have existed. The Governor General represents the King in Canada and oversees government decisions, including debt cancellations. They didn't step in to stop unfair tax laws or ensure that debt remission decisions followed constitutional rules. They allowed systemic problems in tax law to continue without intervention. By not acting, the Governor General supports a system that puts government interests above people's rights, damaging public trust. Section 23(2) of the Financial Administration Act says the government may cancel unfair debts, but it doesn't require it. This means the government can choose to ignore unfair debts, leaving people stuck with obligations that violate their rights. The law should say shall instead of may, so that unjust debts must be canceled when proven unfair. To prove a debt is unjust, show the debt was created under a law that violates the Charter or international agreements, prove the debt's enforcement ignores protections like absolute rights, and highlight that the law's operation conflicts with constitutional principles. These failures by the Attorney General, Minister of Revenue, and Governor General harm everyone. By ignoring the Charter and international rules, they've allowed unfair systems to persist. Fixing these problems isn't just about following the law, it's about fairness and protecting everyone's rights.